Okay, I just want to build upon the example from the previous video, but in this one we're going to use blackberries and strawberries, not apples and oranges, because I only got a red and a black pen. Now, what I want to try and do by the end of this is to have you be able to visualise and use a model to be able to represent any ratio so that you can actually answer questions, and you can use this model to help you to answer questions. Now, as previously explained, we've got 6 blackberries here and 9 strawberries. So that if we actually set this out as a ratio, you could do them with a table with the headings blackberries and strawberries. You can see we've got 6 blackberries, 9 strawberries, and we were able to show in the last lesson that we can divide our actual group of fruit into 3 evenly sized groups. So I've divided by 3 to get 2 blackberries and 3 strawberries in each group. Okay, this ratio here has been simplified. Okay, so it's the ratio in its simplest form. Now I recommend that whenever you do any work with ratios, you always simplify the ratio first if possible, and then use that to help you answer the questions. Okay, so we're not actually going to, in the model I'd ideally like you to best draw a picture of the ratio, or you could represent the ratio as a tally chart. So if we've got blackberries as this title of the tally chart and strawberries as this title, okay, we're going to draw our tally here. Okay, and the ratio in its simplest form would be 2 blackberries to 3 strawberries. Okay, and if you want to, you can write that down above so you actually know how many you've got in total. Now, all ratio is just repeated addition of the 2 items we've got, in this case the blackberries and strawberries, but they have to be kept in the same ratio. So every time I add 2 blackberries, I have to add 3 strawberries, and that's just essentially how a ratio builds up. So if I add 2 more blackberries, I'm going to have to add 3 more strawberries. I've now got 6 strawberries, and I've got 4 blackberries. It's the same ratio, so 4 to 6 is the same ratio as 2 to 3. If I add 2 more blackberries, okay, I've got to add 3 more strawberries. I've now got 9 strawberries in total, and I've got 6 blackberries in total. So you can see I've now got 6 blackberries to 9 strawberries. If I add 2 more, okay, I've got to add 3 more down here, so I'm going to have 12, I'm going to have 8. So 8 to 12 is the same ratio as 6 to 9, is the same as 4 to 6, is ultimately the same as 2 to 3. Okay, the types of questions you might have is you might be given a ratio of blackberries to strawberries, so you might be told that the ratio of blackberries to strawberries is 6 to 9. How many blackberries would there be if you had 18 strawberries? Okay, so the question is here, using this column here, we want to know how many blackberries you'd have if you got 18 strawberries. So how can I use my model to help me do this? Well, what I would do is I recommend that we write down a tally chart until we have 18 strawberries. So at the moment I've got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and for every 3 strawberries, I need to add 2 blackberries. Okay, so if I have 15 strawberries, I'm going to have 10 blackberries. If I've got 18 strawberries, then I must have 12 blackberries. Okay, so we can use a simple tally chart and repeated addition of the ratio to solve pretty complex questions that you'll have to do in your functional skills and your GCSE mathematics. Okay, so I hope this method helps you to answer some of the questions. I'll do one more example after this of an actual question, and then you can have a go at the quiz on LearnZone.